Okay guys, I'm super excited for this video with the end of season 6 coming soon. I thought this would be the perfect idea. What I'm going to do today is rank all of the seasons so far in chapter 2 on this chart. You see, I got them all lined up down here and I can move them over here onto anywhere on this chart. Now, depending on a bunch of factors, I'm going to rank the seasons into one of these. It can either be perfect, amazing, great, good, or not good. I'm going to go through everything in the seasons as we go through them and explain my thought process on why they got the rank that they did. By the end of the video, you'll have a good idea on what's my favorite season and what's my least favorite season in this chapter. I'd love to know your thoughts too, so if you want to make your own list and put it in the comments, go ahead. Or just tell me what your favorite and least favorite season is in the comments section. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, especially if you want to see me do more tier lists. And don't forget to subscribe to the bell for more daily awesome videos. Seriously, I upload every single day. Don't miss out. All right, starting off, obviously, we have chapter 2, season 1. Now, this is the season that kind of kicked off everything. Well, it did kick off everything. It was our introduction to the brand new map, and it was a complete change from the first chapter of Fortnite to the second chapter. It's a brand new world. I mean, everyone was asking for a new map at the end of season X, and they finally delivered. They gave us a brand new area to play with. It's a brand new world. I mean, everybody was asking for a new map at the end of season X. I think people would get tired of the old map, and they delivered. They gave us something brand new to play with. It was kind of like a blank canvas. I remember the end event where, you know, they shut down the servers for like 2 days. It was so hype. And then when we got the login and play again, we had this incredible new map. And then we also had a new progression system, fishing, swimming, the ability to hide, an upgrade bench, side grading, and boats. There was also a new look and feel to everything, like your level, the way your name looked. Basically, everything was different. Even the colors and art style changed a little bit. Now, although they added all this stuff, which is awesome, and it gave us something new to play with, it did feel a little bit bare sometimes, especially because this was the longest season ever. The fundamentals, really good. The updates throughout the season, kind of lacking, but they make up for that in later seasons. Now, for the battle pass, the battle pass was okay. Not too many memorable skins, but there was a bunch of different cool selectable styles you could unlock. The secret skin of the season surrounded was cool, but pretty forgettable. With all that being said, this season really set in forth motion like everything that we were to experience in every season after, and it was a new beginning to Fortnite. People called it Fortnite 2 sometimes. And as much as I like the old map, this new map is a lot of fun too. But the long season kind of like, you know, strained me out a little bit. Oh, this is tough. And this might shock you, but I'm gonna have to go with good. I know that might seem harsh, but hear me out. By the end of it, it'll all make sense. Next up, we have season 2, which holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm sure many of you as well. Season 2 had one of the best battle passes. To name a few, we had Midas, Meowscles, Peely, Brutus, and a fully customizable character. Oh yeah, and Deadpool was the secret skin. There was all the ghost versus shadow styles that you could get for each of them, which was incredible. And there was even a new battle pass screen where you could go into it and kind of look at things, which I don't know if I liked at the time, but it's actually really cool thinking back. This season to me also had one of the best new locations they've ever added. The Agency, the Yacht, the Grotto, the Shark, and the Rig. 5 super unique locations with mythic bosses and really cool henchmen that you could fight. Oh yeah, and they had vaults. It was so fun taking down the bosses, getting their mythic weapons, and then getting the key card and opening the vault. It really added something special to the game. And to refresh you on those mythic weapons, we had Midas's drum gun, Brutus's minigun, Sky's grappler, Guy's assault rifle, TNTina's kaboombo, and Meowscles' pew pew rifle. And then they also added Deadpool's hand cannons a little later on. This is the season where they brought in helicopters too, which were just so fun for the game. In terms of features, this is the season that brought down shakedowns, henchmen, key cards, vaults, the ability to throw items, secret passages, and even rideable gliders. We also had 2 events this season. One was the Travis Scott event, which was so cool, one of my favorite events. And 2 was the Doomsday event, which then made the giant wall of water, which is just like, they never did anything like that before, where it changed the game for like days after. There was just a giant tsunami of water always around the map. It really set up the next season really nicely. Now the cons here, not everything was perfect. It was an XP grind this season. If you guys remember Gold Peely, one of the hardest selectable styles to unlock, like I bet you a bunch of you didn't unlock it, and I barely unlocked it, and I play this game all the freaking time. It was also the second longest season, just behind chapter 2 season 1. So at the end of it, it got a little bit grindy. But with all that said, I don't know if this is nostalgia talk, and I think a lot of you might agree with me, but I'm gonna say this season was perfect to me. It felt like everything just lined up nicely. It felt like the map was like full, so much different variety in the bosses and mythic weapons. The grotto was so fun to land at, and the agency was always just crazy. For that reason, I'm gonna list it as perfect. One of my favorite seasons ever. That leads us into season 3, one of the most unique seasons ever in Fortnite. I'm also going to say I think it's one of the most underrated seasons ever. This was a good battle pass. I mean, we had Fade, Eternal Night, Jules, Kit, and Ocean. We had some pretty decent selectable styles with them too. And the secret skin ended up being Aquaman, which was pretty cool. The big thing about this season is that with the ending of the last season, the Doomsday device where all the wall, big thing about this season, the one that everyone should recall from it, is that the season before ended with the Doomsday device event where the water was closing in, and this season was all flooded. Like most of the map was underwater at the start, and then as the weeks went on, the water levels would keep lowering and lowering and lowering. It was a summer season and it felt just really on point. They really nailed the style for it. And we had some pretty great new locations. I mean, we had Caddy Corner, the Authority, Fortilla, and Coral Castle. Okay, so maybe just one or two of them was good. But with the flooded map, we got sharks, which were annoying but really cool. First animal we saw in the game. And we had marauders, who were really annoying. And then we had whirlpools, which could send you flying in the sky. It was some good mobility. This was also the season of the charged shotgun, which I feel like a lot of people are going to be iffy on. I feel like as you got to learn it more and more, the charged shotgun was actually incredibly good, but it did have a learning curve, and that could definitely turn some people off of it. One of my favorite features ever added into Fortnite was in this season. Ladies and gentlemen, cars. That's right, this is the season that got cars, and we all love cars. One of the best ways to go around the map in Fortnite. The only bad parts I could think of was the shotgun that people didn't like. There was also no event to this season, and this was the last season for people on iPhone. I mean, if you still have the game on your iPhone and you load it up, it's gonna be in this season. With that being said, some people might not have liked the flooding, but I thought it was one of the coolest things to happen in Fortnite. Seriously, it like changed the map, and I wish they changed a little more things as it like went down in flooding, but I think it was incredible. And it really made the game feel fresh every time I hopped on. Every week it was like a different thing to explore, different areas changed. It was awesome. With that being said, I think I'm gonna put it, honestly, I'm gonna put it in the amazing category. For me, it's close to being perfect just for, I don't know if it's nostalgia or what. I really enjoyed this season. I remember the shotguns took me a while to get used to, and I kind of didn't like that. But where it settled at, where the season ended, I think I'm going to put it under the amazing category. Now that leads into chapter 2, season 4, the Marvel season, the superhero season. In my opinion, I mean, I don't have the numbers to back this up. I think that this was the most popular season for Fortnite in chapter 2. I think this is when it got the most players playing the game and when most people who stopped playing the game came back. But where do I rank it? Well, let's go over some of the things that happened. First, let's start with the battle pass. I think personally this was the best battle pass that Fortnite has ever offered. We had all the popular Marvel superheroes. We had Thor, She-Hulk, Groot, Storm, Doctor Doom, Mystique, and Iron Man. Oh yeah, and Wolverine was the secret skin. The whole battle pass had awesome styles that you could unlock, and the holographic like foil styles were so cool, so unique. There was Marvel themed locations all across the map. I mean, at the end of the season, we even saw like Stark Industries. We had Doctor Doom's domain, and Spawn Island was even replaced with a helicarrier. How cool was that? In terms of new things, we got the Stark Industries rifle, which is a really fun new weapon. The Pro Fishing Rod, the Fire Trap, pretty forgettable, the Fire Trap, by the way. Doctor Doom's Arcane Gauntlets and the Mystical Bomb. Groot's Bramble Shield. We had Silver Surfer's Board. Thor's Mjolnir Strike. Iron Man's Unibeam and Repulsors. Wolverine's Claws. Storm's Whirlwind. Black Panther's armor, and even Venom's Smash and Grab. And to wrap things up, we had the Galactus event. The Galactus event was super clean, and it was just graphically incredible. Plus, we got to fly the battle bus, which, how many times can you say you did that? I love the Marvel Showdown game mode where it was like superpowers versus superpowers. This has to be one of my favorite seasons, and I'm gonna put it up there with chapter 2 season 2. There we go, in the perfect category. Again, I loved it. It was great. It was fantastic. I don't know if we'll ever get another season like that. Now, season 5 had an okay battle pass. The saving grace here was Mandalorian with Baby Yoda. Man Cave was pretty cool, and Lexa was awesome. The crystal rewards sucked. I didn't really like them. It didn't really make me feel like the grind was worth it. But the map did change quite a bit. I mean, the 0 point was Angie, and if you landed it, you got shield, which was nice. We had Butter Barn, which was a fun new location. Tilted Towers was back. I feel like people did enjoy landing there. I enjoyed landing there too. It was just the chaos we knew and loved. Mandalorian Sniper and Jetpack as the mythics. We got the Dragon's Breath Shotgun, which was very interesting. The Rift Fish and the introduction of exotic weapons. And it started off with the Boom Sniper, Nighthawk, Shadow Tracker, Storm Scout, and the Dove. Now these weapons were really unique. They could have been mythics, but they made this new category called exotics, and I kind of like it. And then they also added planes back in for a little bit, which was nice. I feel like this season was just missing something, so I'm gonna put it under the good category. I feel pretty confident with it being there. I feel like it could have been in the great category if they changed a few things, but if they didn't added a few things, it could have been in the not good category just as easily. Now we have the final season of this video. This is going to be chapter 2 season 6, and this one this has a lot to unpack. It started off with the Zero Crisis finale, which is like an interactive kind of experience where you have to close the portals and kind of feel like you're changing the map yourself. I thought that was a really cool way to transition it from where the map was to where the map is with primal stuff. There was also a decent battle pass with us finally getting Agent Jones, and he had so many different selectable styles with quests. There was also Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. There was Raz, Rebirth Raven, and Spire Assassin. Those are the most notable ones to me, at least. The secret skin was Neymar Jr., and he was pretty cool, but a little bit of a weird choice for the secret skin. I think it definitely should have been the Foundation, you know, the main guy in the story here, but really anything story related there too would have worked. In terms of new features, this season brought a lot. We had the new primal areas of the map, the giant spire in the middle, 6 mini spires all throughout the map, animals and animal taming, chickens, boars, wolves, and raptors, a crafting system, bows, the shockwave bow, stink floppers, cuttlefish, mythic primal shotgun, the mythic primal shotgun, mythic spire boots, the mythic recycler and Raz's bow, and then we had the hunter cloak. The pump came back, which a lot of you guys love. We had off-road tires for cars, which was really cool. And overall, we just had great movement with the storyline. Like, this season really feels like it's pushing the storyline ahead. Well, a lot of people were talking about they're getting tired of like collabs and stuff. This season was really all about Fortnite, with the exception of Neymar. Crafting system at the start was kind of janky. It took a long time to get things and it felt like a chore. So what they did towards the end of the season is they kind of changed it up where you find those regular weapons more often, and they made the crafting parts, you know, bones and mechanical parts, more often for you to find. I think the crafting system is cool. I think it could be good. I just think in the current capacity, it feels more like a chore than like a bonus. And hopefully in the next season, they really work that out and figure out the best way to do that. And then for primal weapons, I just like, at the start of the season, the primal shotgun was overpowered. It was insane. And then they had to tweak it down, and now it's horrible. It's a really bad weapon. And then the primal rifle, always been okay. The primal pistol nobody uses because it sucks, but I feel like the primal bows, like the fire one, especially with how fire spreads now, is really fun to use. And then the primal stink bow, if you shot it and it stunk more of an area, that would be severely overpowered. So the way it works now is pretty cool. And I love the shockwave bow, so don't get me wrong on that. I just feel like with the crafting system and with animal taming, like everyone was so excited to tame a raptor and stuff, and they're just so utterly useless. Like the raptor will follow you, and then if the storm touches them once, they like die. They're just bad. So that's why I got mixed feelings about season 6. I mean, I personally enjoyed it. I feel like it was a pretty good season. I like the pump coming back. I like how it was pump and tack by the end of it. The primal areas feel a little bit underused, underwhelming, if you will. I mean, nobody goes to Bony Burbs. Nobody lands there. I go there in some games and not a single person lands there with me. Clearly something happened where last season people were landing at Salty Towers all the time. And then this season they changed it to Bony Burbs and nobody's landing there. I will say the quests in this season felt more interactive and they felt like they were getting into a really good spot. And again, they really did advance the story. So this is tough for me. But with everything I said, I think I'm going to have to put it in the good category. It's not great. It's not bad, so it's good. See, to me, I find the merit in each season. There's something unique that each season brings, and I feel like that's important. That's why I don't classify any of them as not good, because I had fun in each of them. Are some seasons better than others? Yes, most definitely. Season 2 and Season 4 are by far the best seasons for me this chapter. Season 3, a close runner, and then the rest of them have been okay. I have high hopes for Season 7, though, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you rank them all in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe with the bell, because I'll be dropping tons of video on Season 7, and we can experience it together and see where it lines up on this chart. Let me know if you want to see more tier lists and of what in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, hey, why don't you go ahead and click one of these 2 videos, or else this one's going to self-destruct in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on.